Hey, hello, hi, and welcome to Condor Online. This is Community Podcast. I'm your host, Chase Johnson Lynch, and I usually talk to people from the community that have something to say that I'm generally interested in, and hopefully you are as well. So I'm generally interested in this young lady here, Pam Case from LinkedIn Online. She loves it when I say that, don't you, dear
Really,
Pam?
I'm loving the young bits.
Well, I mean, so Pam Case is one of, well, we'll say she started out as one of two that set up this organization of LinkedIn Online. It's an online networking for local business people, entrepreneurs. And so Pam Case and Ian Denny set up this kind of like online networking. You're going to tell us a little bit about that
Yeah.
about a year ago and everything. So why don't you tell us about LinkedIn Online, the little pitch that you prepared?
I prepared a pitch.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, Ian and I decided that, well, we thought long and hard about networking and that LinkedIn, for example, is supposed to be a big networking room, and it is, but it's enormous. And there's 650 million users on there. And, people by people they like, and you've got to form relationships. And in such a huge room that's so global, that can be quite difficult. And we felt that the people of Liverpool should have a place to truly make those relationships happen. And from those relationships, that's where business referrals start.
So I mean, like, began probably with how many, and how many do you think that within this year that you got as membership?
It's grown within a year to, I think we have around 600 members of the business community in Liverpool and surrounding areas, anyone who's within easy reach of Liverpool. Over 2 WhatsApp groups.
hmm Yeah, and I mean, like, I actually happen to be a member of this, and I recommend it highly because I think we all know, like, if you have a business and everything, we all know about networking. I mean, several people are in organizations like BNI and all of that other kind of stuff, but with LinkedIn Online, it's kind of like priding themselves on, from a person who's a member, is on that personal interaction. I mean, like, one of the things is about how, like, it's not about selling your business, but it's about letting people know about yourself. Tell me about that philosophy or ethos that you have with LinkedIn.
Oh, yeah, it is. I think on LinkedIn, people can get a little bit too corporate. They're behind the keyboard and they think, oh, it's a business platform. And they start to perhaps oversell or feel they have to go into corporate speak mode. But always going back to this people by people they like, which I think incorporates know and trust. You can't like someone you don't know. You can't like somebody you don't trust. So you need to build up those relationships, and you need to do that face to face.
Yeah, because you guys call it like the difference between offline and online and everything. And like a lot of people, either they find it easy to do online, but it all because you said that they were actually kind of like interacting, sharing leads and stuff like that online.
Yeah, well, wait, it depends what you mean by online, because LinkedIn is online, and it does help, you to build your brand awareness and make connections and build a relationship to a certain extent. But then we created these WhatsApp groups where people felt a bit less corporate, where they felt they could be themselves. And we thought, we'll then create a place in the centre of our city where they can actually come together and meet face to face. That, we thought, was where the referrals would happen. We were wrong, really, because people actually started to pass business referrals and business in the WhatsApp groups before we actually met. And then when we did meet, of course, that cemented relationships, it broke the ice. People would say, oh, yeah, you're the guy who said this in the group, or did that. Or, for example, we have a guy who, Tom Phillips, he helps people with He's an NLP practitioner and he helps people with fears.
Yeah.
So he'll often post a photograph of himself holding a tarantula. You see this pair of hands.
Or a big giant snake.
Or a snake. Let's not forget the snake.
I never forgot the snake.
And then he comes along and people say, you're the guy with the spider. And it really breaks the ice. So even introverted networkers, find it easier to connect with other people. So we feel we've kind of plugged that gap between online and offline.
Yeah. I mean, because, like, again, as a member, I think you're right in the sense where it's like, when you encourage conversations or things where people can, whether it's talking about like favorite films or situations, they find different ways to relate to one another. And those are the things that, okay, we did that online, and then when we meet up, it's like, again, it's a conversational starter. That we can, oh yeah, you did this, you did that. Because, like, Tom's not the only one on there, but bringing him up again, like, I know he was doing some stuff for, like, kids, I think in Alton Hay, and they had a superhero day. You know what I mean? And I happen to like superheroes. So, of course, I would find things like that interesting, and then it would relate to the person more. So, LinkedIn Online offers that kind of personalness, for people to kind of like connect with one another, I think, So it's kind of like there are differences, but then there are also similarities, and that's where I think a lot of the focus is on. Now, what also is that you guys have monthly meetings, again, local or the place, up by the station, NYL. Tell me about that.
We chose NYL in the Loft building. I think it used to be an old insurance building on the corner of North John Street and Dale Street, because of its proximity to Moorfields Station. As we felt that if people travelled into the centre of the city, they could come in by public transport and they could have a cheeky pint or a cheeky G&T and relax and actually enjoy the whole networking and relationship building thing. I think it's important, really. You've got to be relaxed.
Yeah. But then also, too, within this relaxed atmosphere, you set up these pocket groups, where people get to, introduce each other. Kind of like, that, minutes pitch. You know what I mean? It's like I equate it to speed dating.
Yeah.
And everything. I either like you or I don't. Wish I could get out of this circle. But it still is a nice way of getting to know someone, isn't it?
Yeah. I think we put people around these small tables so that they can tell each other what they do and what kind of business they're looking for, because that's important, isn't it? That's at the crux of networking. But then we give them a specific subject to discuss, because people get to know people through each other's opinions.
Yeah, that's right, their views.
The viewpoints. And at the end of that, we will put that discussion topic out onto LinkedIn as a post. You see how we're coming all the way back round again to online, and then into the WhatsApp groups. So all of these people who couldn't make it because they were home late, or they have childcare issues, or they're working away and they're sat in a hotel room, they too can join in on the WhatsApp group, and they can go to the LinkedIn post and leave their opinion too. Then the wider world of LinkedIn can also get involved. And the person who sets the question is one member who we've given a platform to. They've got, say, 10 minutes to talk about something, and they set the question, and it helps to elevate them and their business as well. So we're thinking long and hard about how we can add value.
No, nice one. As I said, it started with you and Ian Denny. You gave me a little kind of like crystal your backgrounds, like what both you and Ian do. You want to say that pretty much how you guys came together?
Yeah, I've always been in marketing in one form or another in my job and training. And I've been doing LinkedIn training very successfully in this area in my home city for many years. And I formalised it into my own business. Ian is an amazing copywriter,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the things he does really, really well is he shows people how to write really good posts on LinkedIn.
I'm looking for you, man.
Not buy my widgets, which is what a lot of people do.
Yeah, buy my widgets.
Yeah,
I know what a widget is, but still. All right.
It's kind of like, here's my product, here's my service.
Yeah. He's very humble.
Yeah. So what we do is we teach people what Ian does as well, how to write this copy that engages people. And when they feel that they don't have that creativity or that time, they outsource it to Ian. So although we both work with LinkedIn, we work with it in different ways.
Yeah.
And we supported each other in business and then talked about this idea and decided to do it together. It's been very well received.
Yeah. No, definitely. Like I said, I've been enjoying it, and it's massive in its growth. So now you decided to add a third person into the mix to become a trinity. So tell me a bit about Nadeem and Sorry.
Oh yeah, Nadeem was a member of the group, and Ian and I bumped into him in Manchester, and he'd driven there. Had we known, we could have had a lift. Good enough, he's decided that, give us a lift back. So we had sort of over half an hour in the car, during which time Nadeem talked about search engine optimization.
Yeah.
And websites. Now, that could have been boring, but it wasn't. I have never heard anybody talk like that about building websites, building platforms, and
I've heard Felix Clark talk about it. Shameless plug. No, I'm kidding.
He was so excited about it and told us some of the things he'd done and it wasn't a sales pitch.
Yeah. He just thought he was having a conversation because you had a half an hour to kill.
Yeah, he did. So, when we decided to create our own online platform, which was for local people.
For local people, you're my friend nowadays.
To raise their voices with other people they can actually physically meet and do business with, out of the noise of LinkedIn.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's a very good way of saying it.
Yeah. So, we knew that Nadeem was the person to build this platform for us, and we haven't been wrong. And he's just kind of become third leg on the stool.
No. So, I mean, like, he's been working hard on this platform, and I understand that the launch of this platform is pretty imminent.
It is. We'll hope, because you will be able to book events through it, and you will be able to book our July meeting through it. But also, you will be, if you're holding an event, you can actually put your event on, and
my event.
Yeah, and people can book their events through it. So it's going to be very interactive.
Very interactive. I mean, we had a kind of like conversation about, about the potential of that, because what's interesting is, like, even if you were like in like a BNI or something like that, that's something that doesn't seem to be readily available. And then what you said about the noise, to be honest, when you just have a thread of communication that, it's good that you could go to a site and you can get like promotional material, testimonials, visuals, videos, and all that kind of stuff all in one place, is what you're saying that this platform will offer people.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to search. What we were finding in the WhatsApp groups is that people are turning to them before anywhere else to say, is there a plumber in here? Is there a graphic designer in here?
Yeah.
And so on. Okay.
So on.
And because we've got two WhatsApp groups, one group couldn't see
what the other group is doing.
Yeah. So we thought, well, okay, if we have an online platform, you'll be able to put that keyword in, graphic designer, plumber, whatever you're looking for.
Perfect.
And find those local people.
Exactly. It's kind of like the white pages.
Yeah. It's just so much better. So also, you will be able to connect with them just as you can on LinkedIn, and
you also said you have access to their social media platforms.
Yeah.
So like their Insta, their Twitter.
That's right.
Wow, how invasive is that? But that's how social media is, right?
It is, yeah. Because, you know, you can find all the social media platforms in one place.
Exactly.
In this way. And we're hoping that Nadeem is now working on the Twitter feed showing on your particular profile. We're looking to see if it's possible to put your LinkedIn feed. You can write posts. So everybody in our WhatsApp groups gets a completely free listing as well.
Sounds like an interesting dalliance as well. I mean, we got so many apps on our phones, because I presume that this will also be followed by having an app to it.
We think so.
Yeah. So that way I could just go. I could just go to that app and I could just, look, I gotta get to Boodle or Ellesmere Park.
Yeah.
Or, what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, but you know what I mean. It's like instead of reading through the thread that is just words, I can go to the site and I can see like the visuals, or let's say like Mick Ryan, I could be looking at pictures or that kind of stuff,
Mick
or
Ryan's
Tom.
a great photographer.
Well, yeah, I think we all know who Mick Ryan is. Well,
once seen, never forgotten.
Exactly, but but we could see. I think it's just really great that you can see an example of what people do in that kind of like one pocket universe. Being able to know what's going on. Do you know what I mean? And what they have on offer. I think it's a fantastic idea. Well done. So I think what we were just talking about is you're hoping that by July you'll be able to lunch and everything. And all right, well, she's definite and everything. I said you should do a live stream lunch. So if they do live stream lunch, remember, thank Chase from Condo Online. Wow, Pam, such a great idea.
Very helpful guy. Very knowledgeable.
But also too is that like not to put Pam on the spot, but I was like saying, how long is LinkedIn Online been going on for? And she said, I think it's been about a year. I said, I think it's been about a year. So I mean, they'll probably do a birthday party. So any birthday party planners out there, you know what I mean?
Chase is after cake.
I am out the cake. I gotta be honest. But no, I just think it's just really nice because I've enjoyed being a part of the organization, and I think because of the interpersonalness of it all, it would be nice to have kind of like a first birthday party. When you think everybody just join in on the chat and say yes.
I think you're right, because we started this in Liverpool, and we are hoping to roll it out to other cities eventually. But there's something so unique about Liverpool, and the main thing about this is it is going to be at a local level, so you can really meet people, okay? And I think we like to party in Liverpool.
I think you do like to party, especially Ian. But I think you do like to party.
But also, the thing that differentiates us from LinkedIn and other sort of corporate speak platforms is that we allow people's sense of humour to shine through as well.
Yeah.
So you probably noticed that as much as there is a lot of business done, people are passing advice, they are passing help,
leads,
support, leads, business, all sorts of things, but they're also having a laugh.
Especially us at the naughty table, to me and my girl Backwater, who I do a show here on Condo Online, Afternoon Delight. We are very naughty, and we'll be at the next party. So, we love having a bit of a
the energy your naughty table brings to those networking meetings in the room is great. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, because Pam likes coming over and slapping us on the wrist, saying, you stop it.
Yeah, but I think as well, I don't know how it's going to translate to any other area, but the sense of humour in Liverpool, I think, is something quite unique. And there have been evenings, and a lot of the activity in the group, you will notice, happens before breakfast and after dinner, right?
Yeah.
And after dinner, in the main, the comedians come out to play. And And there have been evenings where I have literally been in pain because my face will hurt, my ribs, because I've laughed so much.
Yeah.
But that is all part of relationship building.
Or you want to be able to have, like, you want to be able to say, I've enjoyed going to that meeting.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. And I think that's what we often say every time leaving one of these meetings that happen every month at the NYL, is that we enjoy it ourselves.
Yeah. And but it's in the WhatsApp groups as well.
Yeah.
It's...
Well, yeah. But it'll be more in your new online platform, I think, because of the way it's opened up, the possibilities there. Well, Pam, I gotta say it's been enjoyable speaking with you. Here at the Community Podcast. Please, anybody can join LinkedIn Online, can't they?
If you are in business.
Okay, that's right. You have to be in business. Sorry, just don't join just because the party's happening over here. You gotta be in business. It's mainly
business owners.
But I mean,
if you are responsible for the growth of your company, then you should be building relationships with other local people in this area.
Exactly.
Get to know you, pass your business.
Exactly.
And in order to do that, I would suggest that people connect with me on LinkedIn and just say, hey Pam, can you get me into LinkedIn Online?
Exactly. So you could contact Pam Case or Ian Denny as well, on LinkedIn. They're not private. I mean, they're public and everything. And, please join us at the next event or look forward to their, what's it called, the social media platform? LinkedIn Online?
Linked Online.
Linked Online. Well,
yeah.
Linked On. Okay, Linked Online. There we go.